it's going to be NV, and if not NV, it's going to be BMF.
No, BMF hasn't been.
Or even
playing
Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan or Anand, those guys are fast.
Misplaced.
Yeah, but
They had a club guys.
oh no.
This guy. You're not using the old.
Oh, you got.
Finishes his lap and goes third fastest.
Oh, they could not have heard us, dude. Let me fix this real quick, guys. Sorry, technical issues. Let's fix all these things. Can you talk quick for me, Sid? Give the stream a bit quick hello. Give us another hello.
BMF with another 140.8 on the intermediate tires, just testing out his equipment,
Yeah.
making sure everything's working right, the pedals, the wheels.
Yeah, I'm not getting you through the mic, Mr. Sid. I'm not getting you through.
Hearing my voice.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not getting your voice through. I don't know why. Let me fix this.
Is it the volume or?
No, no, no. It's not. You're fine. I just don't know why it's not picking you up. Try. Talk.
Hokage Roldi is the first one to do a lap on the mediums, on the softs, I mean.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, it's gonna take me a second to fix this.
It's fine. I mean, if the stream isn't hearing me, then I'll probably stop talking. Or should I just keep going?
You should keep going. I'm just trying to get you to. Oh, talk.
So Hokage Fitzstickwell goes fastest with 29.7.
There we go. We can hear you now. Awesome. Sorry guys about that. We missed a couple of chatters from me and Sid, but basically, simple introduction to the season. It's season 7 of Zoom Racing League D3. Very exciting, very great, very close pack here in D3. We expect a lot of close racing. It's going to be a really tight pack. Lots of really, really close racing. Again, like I said earlier. But yeah, we're expecting a lot from this season, especially since the field is very tightly spread. Not like other seasons in D3 or even D4 for some for certain reasons. There's normally some standout drivers that really outperform the rest of the field, but this season it seems that we have a nice grouping of people. So it's going to be an amazing D3 season, and I can't wait to see what happens, right? And also other things that we talked about, Sid. What else did we say?
Yeah, we were just talking about how people are doing their banker laps on the medium tires, and only 2 people to have done their laps on soft tires are Fitzstickwell and Duncan45. Kamari Mack doing 29.8 on the mediums. He seems like a early contender for pole for me. Well, that's a pretty good lap compared to the rest of the guys.
It's a really good lap. 29.7. That's a really strong banker from Fitzstickwell. I expect these guys to be somewhere in the 28s in no time. I'm pretty sure I've seen from Joel and others, NVA included, that they can definitely achieve these kinds of times. So I think this season Red Bull seems to have the stronger team, in my opinion. What do you think, Sid?
Yeah, Red Bull, NVA and Joel Guron, I'm surprised at how good that lineup is compared to the other teams, driver 1 and 2. But Aston Martin also does have a good lineup. Hokage, Roldi, and Aero, we all know Aero.
Yeah.
He had a moment in turn 4 just on this lap and he banged into the wall, but looks like there's no damage, so he's going to continue.
Yeah, I think Ferrari, Aston Martin, even AlphaTauri in some respects, with Cushy. Cushy's not much of a favorite pick these days and these past seasons, but I think definitely he's going to show up this season and probably put in a lot more work. Definitely Red Bull with that strong pairing of Joel Guron, returning back to D3 in his element. Can Joel show what he's worth, you know? Joel has been kind of, how do I say this, underperforming compared to what he's able to do. So hopefully this season we can see some nice Joel domination. Love to see that. Envy as well, a driver who had kind of underperformed and had some missed races, but hopefully we'll see him back in shape. Duncan45, underrated driver last season, but crushed it last season as well. Kahijin is definitely an underrated pick. He's been working really hard to work on his pace, so interesting lineups. Tell me about your driver, Sid, since you're the McLaren TP.
Yeah, so BMF, we all know BNF, we all love BMF, but he hasn't been practicing a lot, so he has told us to manage our expectations, but I still expect a good result from him today. And Logan has also been quite active in the Discord, and he's been practicing everything, so he's gonna do well today, I think.
Yeah, definitely. On Edface, that's the fastest time at 8:29.1. 6 times faster than anybody else, which is kind of expected. Fitz didn't really set a representable time, being he was only like 2/4 faster than a medium tire, which is not really the kind of grip difference you'll see. So NV definitely showing us where the times are going to be heading. Let's talk about some of the rest of these rivals, Sid. We have Technic Speedy
So,
and Aaron Green. Like, what do you think about them?
yeah, I was just about to mention those guys. Alpine is somewhat of a underdog, I think, because they both are great drivers who are capable of fighting at the front.
Did Logan just get his lap blocked?
I'm not sure.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Continue. I just thought Logan got his lap blocked.
Oh, maybe he did. Yeah, I think he did. Oh no, he's already. Yeah, I don't think he's on a lap. He may be coming in.
Okay, let's say more about Alpine while we hop on with Ethan Patel's lap around Bahrain.
Yeah, of course, Alpine, the team principal Ethan Patel was a D2 driver last season. He did well in D2 in some races. He was kind of under the radar, but I believe he'll shine in D3. I think he has put in some practice as he starts his lap here. Maybe we can ride on board with him. He's in third gear in turn 4. That will look very fast, but he has done the purple first sector. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I remember D3 is our lowest division. Not slow guys per se, but definitely people who have a lot of room to improve, and that's what I like to call them. People with a lot of potential in D3, and they have to find that potential to be successful in these low divisions, right?
Yeah, and of course we also have some drivers who were D1 drivers who are now D3 drivers. So you expect a lot from them as Ethan Patel spins around.
Yeah, very unfortunate
Maybe
from the.
I mean, team principal. Maybe we expected too much from him. Who else is on a lap? Beamer, I think. Yeah, Beamer is on a lap. We just passed him. He set the purple middle sector on the medium tires. Maybe the game is glitched. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but let's give a little talk to Haas. I mean, Beamer, also known as Anand Trivedi, in game. He's quite an interesting driver. He's been up, he's been down, he's been all around. If you know what I'm saying. I've seen him in Div 2, Div 3, Div 4. I've seen him probably all the low divisions beside Div 1.
No, I think he has been in Div 1 as well.
Oh, really?
At some point in time. Yeah.
Okay, so I think Anand is one of the few drivers who's been in almost every single division.
Yeah, I don't think he's been in D4, but he definitely has been in D2 and D1.
Okay, I see.
So, yeah, I think he has a lot of potential. I have raced against him. He's quite fast. So he's also one of my picks to be in the podium positions at the end of this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, podium positions, I'll call it an understatement at this point, as Beamer sets a 29.3 on the medium tires, out-qualifying a lot of people who set soft times just now. I think Beamer is definitely a quick driver. He's shown that in D2. He's shown that he can make it to the top 5. He's shown that he can push above his weight. But I think D3 is where Beamer is really going to strive. He's really in his element. He's really going to feel comfortable and safe in that Haas, and he's definitely going to show that he deserves to win this championship.
Yeah, for sure. He has potential to be fighting for the championship. But let's talk about the people who might get eliminated out of Q1. Ethan Patel and Gibbs haven't set a lap yet. So
I think Gibbs is
Ethan,
waiting.
I think if both of them can just do a lap, they should be easily out of the top bottom 5. But Leo Kradis, Agenis, and Aero, they need to get out and do some better laps than they have done so far.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to. I always think getting knocked out in Q1 is either because of bad timing or just pure unlucky, because most of the time it's people who have timed their stints incorrectly or just had a lot of mistakes and got unlucky. So Q1's mostly just setting a really, really good time, a really safe good time, and just banking on the fact you don't have to do another run.
Yeah, and talking about that line of thinking, Beamer has done his lap on the medium tires, so he doesn't even need to use a wasted set of fresh soft tires for his Q1.
Yeah, so Beamer's definitely the happiest driver, and I would say potential-wise, he's up on everyone right now. tire-wise, because he has more potential to do more laps, which means he has the potential to do higher times. As the Mercedes drivers, who we haven't really mentioned yet, uh, single out NVA, squeeze sandwich NVA in the top 3, which is very impressive. I mean, Kamari, Mac, Mr. Baby, I haven't heard much from these guys, but they seem to be definitely some quick drivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure about what they can do, but the Mercedes team principal has picked them both, so I'm sure there's something that he knows that we don't, and we are seeing it out on display. 1 and 3 right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely interesting seeing some fresh faces with some fresh pace. What else do we have here? I think we talked about all the teams. I think the only people we haven't talked about yet is Alfa Romeo and Williams.
Yeah, that's right.
And reasons we haven't really thought of it much is because they kind of have drivers that have been there before, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Leo Critics and Gibbs were in Alfa Romeo last season. Maybe not Gibbs, but definitely Leo.
Yeah, Leo is definitely there.
Yeah,
I'm
Leo.
not sure about Skip.
Yeah, Leo sadly had some spots of brilliance throughout last season where he definitely punched above his weight. France being one of those races, but I think Gibbs is a driver who definitely needs to get on the horse and start riding it because he's been struggling a lot. Ben, a driver that impressed a lot last season, definitely a underdog last season with comes to pace. Some races he was extremely quick, other races he was just a midfield driver, but he finds himself in Williams, and Roberto also stays in Williams. I think he was in Williams last season, correct?
No, Roberto was McLaren driver last season, and he did pretty well. So I expect good stuff from him.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
he's
remember
the type of.
Go ahead, sorry.
He reminds me of Kimi Raikkonen. He's the type who will never say a word in Discord. He just shows up to the races and does well, and yeah, doesn't take credit, doesn't celebrate much, just does his thing, and I think he enjoys doing that.
Yeah, and that's fair. Gibbs still has not gone out to do his lap. Actually, no, he's going out to do his lap right now. Let's hop on with Gibbs. The guy in last place as a McLaren driver has spun around.
Yeah.
That is Logan on the medium tires. Probably give it a little bit too much beans.
I'm not sure why he has chosen to use his medium tires once again, especially when he's on the brink of being knocked out of Q1.
Yeah, and also, big surprise here, Gibbs is going out at the very end, so he trusts himself a lot. Because to go out at the end, and I mean the very end of Q1, and not expect to make a single mistake or like anything, just mistake, invalidation, just anything can happen. He's thrown all the marbles in a basket and said, I'm taking it home.
Yeah, and so has Ethan Patel. He's on a lap currently in Sector 3. We can ride on board with him and see what he can do. If he can make himself safe for Q2.
Yeah, hopefully Ethan doesn't have any classic spins making his way into turn 13. Seems pretty smooth on the gas, very hesitant, not too sure. Fastest middle sector that might be alive. I'll double check. He does not have the fastest middle sector. He's 3/10 down on the fastest middle sector. His time doesn't look too good, but it looks good enough to get him through. We'll see what he does at the end here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll get through. Yeah, comfortably through.
Yeah, looks like the drop-off point will be high 29s and low 130s. Should be a drop-off point on D3 Q1. Gibbs currently setting a really slow sector 1. I think he's going to be one of the drivers we're going to see knocked out as he retires from the session. So we'll not be seeing him.
He spins around and goes off. He's P15. He's right on the danger zone.
And
anyone behind him improves and he gets knocked out.
Arrow also finds himself around, so he will not be improving and not be getting out of Q1. And this is what I'm saying, folks. Again, you gotta make sure you set in good bankers before you go on a final run, because sometimes you just get unlucky. And most of the drivers getting knocked out here are just unlucky. So Aaron Green and Logan have decided to finish their laps. Rage, the only person to be able to make it out. Can he make it out? And Rage sits in P18. He will not be making it out. So your current drop-offs and oh my god.
Aero has been disqualified from the session. but it won't matter much. He was P19, now he's gonna start P20.
Yeah, so
So
Era doing the
bit of
last
a
of his
difference there.
challenge
Yeah.
today. So we have yep. So you're currently your knocked out drivers. Surprisingly, Aaron Green. I expected a lot more from Aaron Green, especially from a driver who has impressed a lot last season, and I thought was going to be an underdog this season, but seems that Bahrain does not suit him too well. You have Logan. Sadly, to see him get pushed down to the bottom. I think he was on a really good lap, but then he just messed it up, and probably bad timing of the medium tires. That kind of, again, like I said earlier, the only reason he can get really bumped down out of Q1 is if you do bad strategy, and I think Logan had some bad strategy today. P19 Gibbs looked like he was going to fail from the start, and he failed anyways. And Arrow sadly spun out on the last lap. Sad to see him out as a very talented guy and a very fast driver. So that's your guys who got
Yeah.
knocked out, and we have another 14 minutes of sitting down here and waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, you mentioned it's a sad thing about Aero, but I like to think of it as an opportunity to see what he can do from the back of the field. It's going to
Ooh,
be exciting to see.
very true, Sid. Very true. I didn't think of it that way. We'll see
Yeah.
how Arrow has improved. Let's see what he can do. I mean, he's going to be starting last, so anything above P10 for me is literally an amazing drive. So
Yeah. I'm sure the team principal isn't happy about what happened in Q1, but we as broadcasters, as neutral spectators, we would love to see what he can do.
yeah, definitely. I mean, at least Aaron Altmaier can be happy about one thing. Hokage Roldy, a really good qualifier normally. Got out of qualifying just by the skin of his teeth. Yep. So give me another Q2 session of 15 minutes. It's the beginning of the session. I don't think much people are gonna come out now. So go grab your water, snacks, popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy some racing that's gonna be happening just now.
Yeah. So in 2022, I think, yeah, this year is the year when we implemented the rule where Q2 tires aren't the one that you start the race on. What do you think about that change? Do you like it? Do you think it's a bad change?
Can you repeat the question?
So in 2022,
Yeah.
a new rule came out for F1 that you
Uh-huh.
don't have to use your Q2 tires to start the race.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of it.
Yeah. You don't have
What
to
do
use.
you? Oh, yeah. So what do you think about that rule? Do you prefer the old way or do you like it now?
I like it now. I like the system that it is now. It kind of doesn't. I don't care about it much. I know it was a big thing back last game because softs were like a usable race tire, but I think this season, I think a lot of those little rules about the soft tire and how they not maneuver, but how they get allocated for the race is not really cared about that much because, I mean, who uses the soft tire, right?
Right.
So I think the change is good if we were gonna use soft tires. I think the change is very nice. It gives you an option to try to as much lightly use the soft tire into Q2, but at the same time, there's no loose fit in this game. So sadly, a feature that we won't get to really feel, but I'm hoping, and hope is a big word here, but I'm hoping next season and next game we have some more interesting tire choices. You know, I really feel like it's just been hard mediums, and all the way in. Some people who do medium hards get lucky with some safety car, but yeah, I wish strategy would be a little bit more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That old rule allowed for a lot of interesting strategies because if you had the pace to get through to Q3 on the medium tires, you were solid, you were gold, and a lot of other drivers could potentially be faster than you on the soft tires. So that was a gamble, and it was exciting. It made Q2 a lot more exciting than it is now because
Yeah.
Baboto spins around in turn one.
And he takes out he takes out a barricade. Oh, he's got a little piece.
Yeah.
He shakes out a little piece of styrofoam.
Yeah, we don't need to see those sponsors. They are not paying us.
Let's hop on with Cage in just a
Oh.
little bit. See what he can do. What happens?
Nothing. Baboto destroyed another board. That was for the DRS.
Yeah, Cageness, see him do a lap here. Not really using much of the track. You really want to see drivers using as much of the track as possible. I mean, you want to be using as much of the curb, making the corner as wide and as, straightening out the corner at the exit as much as possible. Bahrain is a track that is kind of small, but at the same time, it provides a lot of space that people don't really think of using. You know, like
Yeah, for sure.
he's wasting about a car length of space that he could be using to set up the corner a lot more efficiently than he is doing right now.
Yeah, and these kind of tips are mostly just sim racing basics. And let's not forget, a lot of these drivers are beginners at sim racing, so it's a learning curve. It gets better as they get more experience.
Definitely. As Kagunis drives through his first lap and drops a 29.7. Disappointing is my first thought when I see that lap time. There's a lot of drivers who are doing low 29th bankers, so Kagunis. Lap didn't look too good. He looked like he was hesitating a lot on the throttle, so I definitely see a lot more potential on this lap. But I think as NBA just showed us, that's more of a lap that he wants to be aiming for. I think Joel also had a lap of struggle, so hopefully we can see more of him. Dude, this Red Bull looks so good. The changes they made to the Red Bull, this car looks so good.
Yeah, I can't really comment on that. I'm using the lowest game settings right now.
Oh, okay.
For that FPS, but
Sid,
but it does look good.
take a quick peek at the stream. It looks nice. It looks real nice. It looks like, I love how the black just has this nice metallic-ish shade to it, like this blue metallic-ish shade to it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
It's
it looks
really
pretty nice.
pretty, yeah. Much better than the starting car, dude. Remember that blue? Ugh. Oh, I hate
Yeah,
it.
that
I hate it, yeah.
the old blue was kind of pale. I agree. But yeah, I was expecting better from Joel, but he still has time to do another lap. I'm sure he'll get through the Q3.
As Beamer impresses once again, no surprise there. Seems like these top 4 drivers you're seeing right now, including Joel, seem to be the guys who are strongest at qualifying right now.
Yeah, BMF just did his lap 29.8. That's not going to be good enough for Q3, I believe. So he will have to do another lap that's hopefully a lot better than this.
Let's see, yeah, Hokage, Rolly, Ben, and BMF. Those are laps that we don't want to see as a banker anymore. This is Q2. There is more grip available. You should be improving on your time at this point.
Yeah, Fitz has improved by a couple of tenths from his Q1 time, I think. Or maybe he hasn't. I'm not exactly sure. Still, there's a lot more room for improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Critic sets in a really good lap. He's improved on his lap, which is impressive. Good job there. We have Kushi coming out. Duncan is also coming out of the pits. Barbados on his out lap. Had a great start his lap.
Ethan Patel is on his time lap. Let's watch him. Let's see what he can do. All of these drivers to me seem like they're taking it a bit too easy. I mean, not taking enough risks, not pushing the car to the limit, I think. But maybe that's just the D2 driver in me talking.
Well, I mean, it's always good to analyze, and I mean, especially when we're in like the late cycle of the game, where you've had people who have 1,000 hours on the game, 600, 800. You know, you have people that the game's been out for a good couple months now. You should see people not making these same mistakes, but I guess drivers still have these little bad habits, you can say, that persist through racing, and it's best to find these bad habits through talking to each other, you know? Drivers can talk to each other, help each other out, like in the ACC community. The way I got better is that drivers around me saw what I was doing wrong and came out and pointed it out to me, you know? And yeah, I might be racing against these guys, but at the same time, everyone wants to get faster together. Sid, you left the session.
My game has frozen. I'm gonna have to restart.
Got you. Yeah. Technic Speedy, though, Sid, I'll update you on this. He's got a 28.9 as a banker.
Okay. That's the fastest, isn't it, of the session?
Correct. And he did the fastest middle selector of a 38.2. 3 tenths faster than anybody else.
Wow. So yeah, as I was saying, Technic Speedy he is a bit of an underdog because no one seems to be expecting him to do well. But
And he just spun.
yeah, so he can be a bit inconsistent. But,
Yeah, Technic Speedy.
but
I can't.
it's gonna be a good season.
I wish him the best in the race, but if he spins on lap 1, I can't hold myself back. Yeah. I think Technic Speedy.
He has some bad luck.
Yeah, I think Technic Speedy suffers from Ryan Newton disease, where you just cannot keep the car straight no matter what after like more than a lap. Yeah, but again, I'm hoping Technic Speedy doesn't have those issues. Obviously, I want to see good racing. We all want to see good racing, and we all want to see these guys do well. You know, it's nice seeing drivers fight, have some clean racing, have some clean laps. You know, of course, like to see some wheel banging and maybe some horrific incidents, but at the end of the day, you know, all these guys want to get through the race, and we also want to see them get through the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would like to see some horrific incidents, but
Oh,
would
I want to
definitely
see.
like
I want to see some Romain Grosjean type stuff, dude. I want to see a car
Yeah.
fly in the wall and explode. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, who are you watching out for, Sid? Who's giving me a little tickle to your tongue? Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure. Everyone's looking so competitive, and I feel like a lot of people are holding back the pace or something because I don't know where people are pulling laps like that, like just Ethan just did.
Yeah.
This whole time we were talking about NBA, Guron, and all of those guys, expecting them to be on the top, and now all of a sudden it's Ethan Patel. So
Yeah,
you never know.
definitely. Yeah.
Another one of those is Anand Trivedi. He can show up, and we won't even realize it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think something that surprises me right now is the consistency of the Mercedes. Definitely these guys seem to be, I mean, just from watching this guy do the phase 2 corners, this guy knows what he's doing. And not in the sense of, like, he's going to be the fastest out of these guys, but I can see, who's this? Let me double check. Is this Mr. Baby? Yeah, Mr. Baby. Smooth inputs, dude. Look at this guy. It's very smooth and precise inputs. That is telling of a driver that can grow and get better. So I'm going to keep my eye out on Mr. Baby, to be honest, because it looks like he has a lot of potential. And again, under the guidance of Cody Lawrence, I can definitely see him going really far in D3. Ooh,
for
that
sure.
is perfect, dude. You saw that?
Turn 10?
Yeah, that was a perfect 10-10. That was literally a perfect 10-10, as BMF just surprised us all. Going
Wow.
fastest, yeah.
He definitely surprised me. I did not think that was gonna happen today, but this is Q2. I hope that we can say the same in Q3. BMF P1, let's go.
Yeah, but don't hold on to that feeling too long, Sid. Or your driver might get kicked off the pedestal just now by Mr. Baby, who set up faster, 2 tenths faster in the first sector, 1 tenth slow in the middle sector. If he does good in the third sector, he should be on pole.
Kamari, man. Another Mercedes driver has already dethroned BMF, and Mr. Baby was P3.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
again, these Mercedes are so consistent, and they're so close to each other as well.
I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at Mr. Baby for half the lap and I did not realize he was on a lap. That's how smooth he was. He just felt like he was driving around, warming up his tires and just on an in lap or something.
Yeah.
I genuinely did not realize he was on a lap. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you see those kinds of little details in a driver's inputs, that be it throttle, brake, steering, you can definitely tell that drivers like Mr. Baby's kind of position, they definitely can go a long way if they focus really hard. And Kamari Mack definitely showing up in qualifying right now as Mr. Baby's trailing his teammate very close. So this is a very respectable pace gap between the Mercedes. So I can definitely see them fighting for the constructors this season.
Yeah, for sure. Constructors, Mercedes looking strong. Both the drivers are up there. And Mr. Baby really smooth on the throttle, really smooth on the steering, kind of like Jensen Button. That's going to be a huge advantage when it does rain in some other tracks. It's not going to rain in Bahrain, let's be real. But in other tracks, it's a long season. There's going to be a lot of rain, a lot of unpredictability, and I think Mr. Baby will be the strongest out there.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean, smooth inputs, smooth throttle, smooth braking. It almost sounds like Cody Lawrence himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Baby Cody Lawrence. I don't know if Cody Lawrence just had his son and put him on a wheel, but it's going well.
Yeah, it's going well for Mercedes. I'm sure. Wait, who's the Mercedes TP again? I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sure the Mercedes TP is very happy with those times so far.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let me double check some things. I think I got some ads. Let's double check. Okay, I gotta
So
turn up
who
Sid.
do we have on a lap?
Sid, can you talk for a bit?
Okay.
Talk.
Babato is on. No, Babato is not on a lap. Ethan Patel just started out his lap and going into turn one takes it goes quite wide. That's not ideal for turn two and three. He is.
Yes, if he did 28th pole for the first sector to see any chance of getting on pole. Ethan Patel, the favorite to kind of get on pole, is now the guy who has to play catch up, and he's 3 thousandths down this first sector. It's not too bad. The
Yeah.
first sector looked really poor, to be honest.
Yeah, it's 3 tenths slower than your 28.4 prediction, but I don't think he needs to improve much. He'll get through to Q3, but in Q3 he's definitely gonna have to improve if he wants a shot at front row.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Ethan Patel moving his way into the last sector. Let's see what he can do. Little bit of hesitation into the acceleration zone up to 12,
Yeah,
into 10, 13.
yeah, that's what I've noticed with Ethan's driving today. That he has been hesitant to get on the throttle. I'm not sure if the car is just not rotating enough, or if he doesn't have enough confidence in the rear end of it. But
Yeah, I also have another weird question. Why is Ethan going off on the lap of his P4? He could be saving a set of tires right now for Q3.
yeah, he did not need to do this lap, and he did not improve by much at all.
So that lap
So
was definitely a waste, strategically wise, if you ask me.
yeah, I agree. So who do we have in the bottom five who are on?
She's going to finish the lap just now. He improved
Okay,
slightly. He will be knocked out of Q2. So is Leo Critics.
Okage about to cross the line, and he does go up to P12, but not enough to go to Q3. That's what Joel. Joel is the man at risk right now, P11, and yeah, he's down on his time by 7 seconds, I think. So he's gonna be out of Q3. Yeah, he's not gonna be in Q3.
Yeah, Joel will not be making it out of Q2, sadly. Very sad to see. I was looking forward to seeing what Joel could do. Maybe this wasn't his best. Maybe there was mistakes, but Joel's definitely going to come back strong for the race. I definitely hope so. But your Q2 knockouts, Joe Guron, hashtag Dank Danny. What is that for again? I think Eruption, also known as Marcel.
Yeah, I think
Supporting no, not supporting cancer. Fuck cancer.
no.
Supporting
Daddy is a YouTuber, I think, who used to stream, and I think it's something related to that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's for a good cause, basically.
yeah.
I have it with my name as well.
Yeah, I will be also racing with hashtag Danky Danny. Yeah. Fuck cancer. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing, but
But yeah,
so it's such his thing.
BMF out there representing the hashtag Dankledani in P3. That's always nice to see. Hopefully, he can do better and in Q3 and in the race as well.
Yeah, definitely. As we let's talk about the drivers that got knocked out. Joe Guron having an unfortunate end to his qualifying regime. Ukage Roli, good qualify, usually seems to be struggling this season so far. Leo Critis expected him to be one of those drivers who got knocked out. Didn't seem to have too strong of pace. Cushy was expecting a little bit more from Cushy, but I guess he just got really unlucky near the end. And Ben, just really poor pace from Ben. I expect a lot more from him, especially from what he used to do last season, you know, as a driver who outperformed a lot of our top D3 and D4 drivers. But I guess he's not feeling the game right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, so we're on to Q3, Sid. 12 minutes. That's a lot more than I thought. I thought we only got 9 minutes.
No, 12 minutes. You can go on or do your lap at the 9-minute mark and the 3-minute mark. I think that's the ideal
Oh yeah,
times
yeah,
to
yeah,
go out.
yeah, yeah. I'm just mixing it up then.
Yeah, it's fine.
One of the Ferraris already heading out. This is the funny thing. You could do 3 hot laps in Q3, but you're gonna have to like one of those laps have to be a mess up. You know, like just to get like 3 laps out. It's like what I normally used to do is that I used to go take a 1 set, run around the circuit real quick, just get myself, you know, calm down, get ready for Q3, get my mind focused, and then go back into the pits after my like first hot, like at the end of the hot lap, and then put on my new set of tires and then go out.
Yeah, I like to do early laps. I feel like that takes the pressure off for a lap later on.
Uh huh.
So again, is following that advice.
Yeah.
Only one out there right now.
Yeah. I can imagine. Is
And
this
it's also quite nice to be out on the track all by yourself. No need to worry about traffic or being blocked.
okay? Person in YouTube chat. Does my mic sound better? Is this better?
It sounds different to me.
It's
I'm not sure if it's better, but it's different.
different bad or different good?
Yeah, it's just that's what I mean. It's just different. You sound like your voice has changed a bit.
Oh, really? It's probably because I changed where my mic was. It was like pointing away from my mouth. Now it's like
Okay.
you're getting like my, you know, my voice out of my mouth because it's facing it.
It's a bit deeper now, I think.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because you're gonna start hearing more of like, you know, you're not hearing the
Yeah,
far away tones. Low pitches don't go through the air well. High pitches go through the air well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I keep forgetting to move my mic close to my mouth. Yeah. So, Chad, just let me know how that sounds. Give me a little thumbs up in chat if that's better. And yeah, let's get on to some Q3 action. We have Babuto out on a hot lap. Forget about Babuto. We have Higgins on a hot lap already. Let's see what Mr.
Yeah.
Higgins can do. Fourth gear into turn 3. Good powering out of the corner.
Yeah, that's looking a lot better than his Q2 laps.
Yeah, still not using enough track there. Just you have so much track on the left just to like hug out wide and then just grab in, you know? What was that though? I wonder what he did there. Second one was.
He did a 28.6.
That's decent. That's decent. I can get him in the
Yeah, that's not
high
bad.
20s. I can get him to the high 20s. That's fair. Though Ethan Patel definitely giving Kajanis some dirty air. And maybe giving a little bit of a toe.
Maybe a 2, yeah.
Yeah, damn. Ethan Patel, thank
Now-
you so much. Helping the Ferrari
Peter
cause.
Giordano. Yeah, Peter Giordano wants to know your location, Ethan Patel. But
He wants to
now
give you
he's
a hug.
giving you. Now he's giving his driver dirty air, so maybe not just a hug.
I mean, Ethan Patel
Maybe
has
some-
to start a lap here. He can't dodge out. So he will be giving him an advantage right now. Kajanis is getting a free toe. Kajanis, get the toe, dude.
This is not.
Sit behind him.
moving out of the toe.
Yeah, sit behind him. Get the toe.
Maybe he was pulling off his brakes or something. I don't know what that was.
29.3,
But,
that's good.
oh.
That's good.
That's okay.
For a banker,
I don't think that's gonna.
for a
Yeah.
banker, I think it's fine. Yeah, he got dirty for some of those corners and I saw him hesitate a lot. But hopefully we can see him push up, yeah?
Yeah. The thing is, with some drivers, you look at them do a lap and you think it's gonna be a good lap, but it ends up being a lap like that one, 29.3. It's okay, but it's nothing great. But other drivers like Mr. Baby, you look at them and you feel like the lap is gonna be slow, but it ends up being the top 3 laps. So
Yeah,
that's the thing I meant with smooth driving.
smooth driving.
Kaginis maybe needs to work on that end a bit. As his teammate, Kaginis' teammate, 29 flat for Duncan 45.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing which I tell drivers who are in low divisions is that use high gears. And reason
Yeah.
being is because sometimes we have the idea of like low gears equals more horsepower because higher rev. But at the same time, what high gears does is it kind of like pushes you to like bring up your minimum speed, right? Like you should be carrying more speed so your revs are higher so you have more like, you know, power out of the corner. It's like when you go in second gear, the car feels really good and turning well, but at the same time you're not carrying enough speed. So now you're at this point where like, where am I losing speed? It's because I'm not carrying enough speed. I need to move a gear, and that gear is making you feel comfortable and like the car's doing an okay job. So yeah, low gears can mess you up unless you know how to work with it. But if you're now starting off, I suggest trying to go +1 on a gear, always.
Yeah, low gears make you feel like you're going fast, but you're not. That's how I always look at it.
Yeah,
Because
it can work.
I'm someone who also does that mistake a lot. I use lower gears, but I struggle with that. But yeah, it definitely makes me slower, and it's just a psychological thing at this point. It's muscle memory.
Yeah,
I need to hear the engine screaming to feel like I'm going fast.
yeah. I think another thing is that yeah, it's like you said, right? The engine's screaming, it's loud, it's wheels are spinning. You know, you feel like you're just banging on the red limiter. Like it feels like you're going fast, but it's like so pseudo with these cars, you know.
Yeah, smooth is fast with these cars.
Oh, Envy is setting a
It's not the 90s
blistering lap
anymore.
right now.
Oh wow.
Envy might set the fastest lap of them all.
I think he just might. And he does. 28.3. Beats out Ethan Patel by a tenth of a second.
That's a really impressive lap by NVA. Good stuff
Yeah,
by
for
him.
a banker, that's really good.
Yeah, for a banker, it looks like he's been holding back a little bit of that pace, but I think NVA is showing why he was at least my favorite coming into this season. Though Mr. Baby and Kamari showing their consistency for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
for
more
sure.
interested to see what these Mercedes do. I mean, under the guidance of Cody Lawrence, I think they should be a lot stronger in this race. You know?
Yeah, Cody Lawrence is the race space expert, sort of, and I think he has taught these guys a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so NVA with the fastest time of 28.3, basically a 28.4 at this point, but yeah, we'll see what he's doing.
Yeah, now the field spread is a lot closer than it was before. People are pushing, and you can see that clearly.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait to see the final laps of these guys. I'm not sure where the D3 field is going to be in terms of like the fastest guy. Do you think anyone has the potential to go into the 27s?
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see. Well, think they can make
It's
up
going to be
4
tough.
tenths?
Moving 4 tenths, yeah.
I think
That
we're
was
gonna see
already
a low
such
20.
a great lap.
I think we'll see a low 20. I do not think we'll see. I don't think we'll see a
Yeah,
27 in D3.
Right.
It'll be nice to see though. That means that the divisions are getting quicker, you know, which is nice. But look at this fuel spread, man. It's a lot closer than D3 has ever really been. There's always had those two drivers that really stood out, and then everyone else kind of follows suited, you know.
Yeah.
So we have drivers who are like a tenth, basically another tenth, and a little bit less than a tenth, and 3/10. So we have like a defined top 5 right now. We will see more from BMF though. He said a 28 before, so he can more than improve. So we can definitely see BMF and Duncan getting in that mix. So I think we have a solid top 7 here, where we can see some drivers really like fighting for this win.
Even Baboto, I think he has some more pace in him. Fitzstickwell, I'm not entirely sure if he can improve a lot more from here, but even P10 is really good for him. I think he was pick number 16, so
He's outperforming,
yeah.
Unfortunate, his first pick is not
In
with him.
Q3, yeah.
Yeah, we only have 2 teams right now that have 3 drivers in the top 10. That's Mercedes and Ferrari. That might not be a big deal, but for when you're trying to win a constructors, having both drivers be up there is extremely important.
It makes a huge difference for sure. Baboto starting out his lap, going to turn 1, going all the way down to second gear. A bit of wheel spin, but he kept it in check.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah,
little bit
even Baboto, I don't think he's using all of the track that he can. He has a lot more space. He could have been in fifth gear there, but he went into third. That's still a 28.4. That's looking like a
Oh, that's it for Roberto.
broadcaster's curse. I'm sorry, Roberto.
Not bad, Roberto. That looked like a great lap, dude. But P7, probably P8 shouldn't be bad for
No,
you.
he still has time if he has the fuel for it.
No, he's at 1.4.
Maybe he does.
He's at 1.4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah, he's gonna have to push the car to the line from here and then start his lap. But
Yeah.
who else is on the lap? NVA behind him on an out lap. Okay.
Kajanis is on a hot lap though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pressing that. I was pressing the brake pedal. And I was like, why is this like going back? But I just realized why.
Yeah. Brake pedal looks back. That's the look back button.
Completely forgot. I don't even have my wheel on the table. My wheel's off the table. I just have like my pedals and like underneath my desk. So it's like pushing it. I push it.
So you mount your wheel every time you want to race?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wheel is mounted on my desk the whole for years now.
Yeah, I do play other things besides this game, so it comes
Yeah,
off.
I just walk around it. I just use my arms to,
Oh, like move
bit
it?
of it. No, I just use my arms around the wheel, like on the right side is the mouse.
Oh, okay.
keyboard.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Like the
Okay.
sometimes I do that way, like the wheel's in the middle, but you kind of sit back and you have both the arms coming
Yeah,
around
yeah.
it. Yeah. I get that. Okay, everyone's on a hot lap, dude. Everyone's going out. Everyone's doing their thing. I don't know who to hop on with. I mean, let's hop
Okay,
on.
let's move on with Duncan maybe or NVA. He's the first one to do his lap there, I think.
Yeah, Envy seems to be
Yeah.
the guy who's gonna finish his lap race. So let's hop on with him. Envy with a let's check his first sector right now that he just did. It seems strong.
He hasn't improved on his first sector, but it wasn't too bad. It
Yeah.
was half a tenth slower.
Not too
He
bad.
can improve it in other sectors though.
Yeah, definitely. And he will not definitely improve with that kind of corner though. That looked
Yeah,
really tough.
that looked a bit weird.
Yeah, that looked real tough. I don't think Envy is going to be improving on this lap, so let's go with somebody else who's behind him. I think that's Mr. Roberto behind him.
Duncan 45. Roberto is not going to be doing a lap.
Oh,
He
okay.
is slow. He's out of fuel, I think. Duncan 45 though. We can watch him.
Yeah, Duncan 45 currently with a 29.0
Yeah.
P7.
Yeah, Duncan 45, pick number 1 for D3, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Xbox driver currently a tenth and a half up on his time. Please no broadcast this case, but hopefully he can carry this momentum through the line. That'll bring him up all the way into P5, I believe. P6 for the West. Can do this corner really well. Gets in the power nice and smooth. Hopefully Duncan can make an improvement here. We'll see what he does. Duncan crossing the line, gets a 28.9, beating his teammate by only 4 thousandths of a second.
Watch out for the Mercedes about to cross the line. And what is this going to be? This is... Did not improve. Okay. BMF.
Improves.
Wow. Half a second
So does Beamer.
improvement.
Oh, and Mr. Baby sets pole.
Wow.
Incredible. Mr. Baby just sneaks in pole position at the end there.
That was unexpected. I wasn't even on board with him. I thought that everyone was done with the laps. He just surprised me, comes out of nowhere, takes pole. That's the way to end the session.
Yeah,
What a
definitely.
qualifying session we have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, impressive lap from Mr. Baby. Not the guy I was expecting to go pole, but definitely a guy I can expect to definitely carry this pole and win a race. So hopefully we see some good things from him. What else are we seeing here? We have Envy in P2. Technic Speedy, also known as Ethan Patel in P3. We have Beamer rounding out your top 4. All these drivers are within like basically a tenth, and that's crazy. We never had a D3 with the top 4 being so close. Also,
Yeah.
BMF, Kamari, Duncan, these guys are not really that far behind. Cage and
Yeah.
Beto and Fitz are kind of on the bottom middle field, but we have a top 7 that can all be up for a win right now.
Exactly, and this is the kind of fights that are exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. As we load into the race session, how long does a race session take? About 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it should take 45 minutes, barring there's no safety cars.
Yeah, as all the mechanics are T-posing on my screen.
Yeah, I just noticed that. What
Yeah.
is that?
They're all morphed together into
Ah.
monsters.
Yeah, I have to take a screenshot of this. This is gold.
Oh my god. So Mercedes and Red Bull have developed a new kind of new kind of pit crew with 3 heads and 3 arms to efficiently remove a tire, press the button, and pull away and put on the tire. So
No, no,
incredible work.
they're
Incredible
just
work.
praying for a safe race. That's yeah,
Yeah, they're just standing there
that's
like
a new religion, the Formula religion.
one right behind the other. Just nice and
Yep,
close. Yeah, so we have
very
everyone.
intimate religion.
Yeah, I don't like that it's taking this long to wait because that normally means that we might have a little bit of desync, but I'm praying for the best.
Yeah, it says we are waiting for players, but I'm not sure what's going on.
It's start
Although
soon.
I think we'll get going in 20 seconds.
Yeah, we should be. Whew. Get ready for the race, dude. Sit up.
Yeah.
Gonna see what we can get ourselves into. Hopefully, there's no big collisions into turn one. Let's hope for a safe turn one, guys. Best of luck. Keep it safe. Let's see what you guys can do. So, we should be starting now. Yep. So that's
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. And we are off we go for the Bahrain Division 3 race. Let's hop on with Technic Speedy. Sorry, BMF, who's in the grass apparently. Dropping down positions right now. Technic Speedy also dropping down positions. Kamari Mack making his way all the way up to P4. Kagan is pushing Ethan Patel out of the way. The two Ferraris working hard together to get through this field right now. Ethan Patel holding position, not losing too much places. Fitz Dickwell making his way ahead of Joe Guron. Joe Guron making his way back ahead of BMF. Oh, BMF sending it down the inside.
Oh,
Pushing a bit off track.
but we're still carrying on. Good to see that. I think everyone's carrying on. There's some incidents at the back. Ben is off track. Gibbs went off track.
I think this
It
is...
was a chaotic start, but somehow everyone's. Oh, another incident.
I don't see any broken front wings, so we should be good. I think we're
Yeah.
safe. I think we're safe. That was relatively clean for
Relatively
D3.
safe, yeah.
Yeah, relatively clean for D3, but the action's not over yet. We still have lots of drivers fighting for positions and jockeying for positions right now. Kamari Mack making his way from P6 all the way to P4. Very great start from the Mercedes driver. He's going to be looking to close up on NV
Ooh.
and make his way to the
Again, had a big moment. Again, is having a big moment at the exit of turn 11, and BMF taking advantage of that. Joel Gurun taking advantage of that, moving up places. But not a great start for BMF. Did he catch what happened there at the start?
No, I just saw him on the grass, that's all. I think he had a really poor start. What Logan's doing right now is going on the inside of Aaron Green, making the move happen and safely getting past him.
Yeah, Logan up by 6 positions. Wow, that's the most positions that anyone has gained so far.
Yeah,
Really good job from Logan.
Yeah, as Beam is starting to put pressure on Mr. Baby. I think Beamer definitely some strong race pace it seems so far, or some strong battery usage. I don't know yet, but I can tell you right now, Mr. Baby's not going to have an easy race with the harsh TP behind him.
Yeah, the harsh TP is right up on his tail, and I think he has been using a bit of his battery, but maybe it's a setup thing. Maybe his setup is more suited to the race. We'll have to wait and see what happens after the DRS is enabled.
Yeah, definitely.
Another lap to go until the DRS is enabled.
And the race seems to quiet down a bit. The top 6 have seeming to slowly break away from BMF. That's not good for BMF. BMF needs to stay in this top 6 if he wants a chance to sit on the podium, doing some weird turn 10 shenanigans, going all over the curve.
Yeah.
BMF needs to start spending some battery here. He needs to close up to Duncan 45.
Yeah, BMF and Joel Guru need to work together and try to stay with the leading pack. Even Duncan 45 is about to fall out of DRS unless he uses some battery here. Yeah, he's using battery. So, though Beamer is still right up on Mr. Baby. Mr. Baby not using a lot of his battery, not coming under pressure. That's nice to see.
Oh, someone's falling down the order. Kajanus, no, he had a spin or somebody's pushed him.
We were going around the outside of Mr. Baby. Yeah, that was never gonna work out. No, you can't exactly overtake on the outside of turn 1, but they're already going at it. They're not holding anything back.
Yeah, I mean,
That's always nice.
these are the two guys who are the ones fighting right now in the race. Beamer seems to, and Mr. Baby seem very even right now throughout the middle sector, but Beamer just seems that big quicker on the straights, so definitely a difference in setup right now. Let's check the speed traps real quick. Beamer's currently the leader of the speed traps, currently at 324 kilometers, followed by Logan, Aaron, and Hokage. Mr. Baby ahead, only getting, let's see,
Mr. Baby though, he has not used his battery much at all, and he hasn't been using DRS, of course, because he's leading the race. But that might have something to do with it. Maybe Anand is getting a bit too impatient right now. Maybe he needs to be saving his battery because he is not under pressure from the car behind.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's a good strategy from Mr. Baby. This track is not good for regenerating battery. I mean, battery you spend now is battery you will be able to use later. So
Yeah,
Bima
exactly.
is being very impatient right now, which might help him. You never know. You know, the race can go many
Yeah.
ways, but Mr. Baby's opting for the smarter route, you can say, where he's
Yeah.
emphasizing that he wants to get past him with DRS and just hold that battery for later on to the race. So Beam is now attacking Mr. Baby on the outside. Mr. Baby breaking late, holding that inside line, nice and close, keeping it very clean. These two make their way into turn 2, super clean racing from these two drivers. Awesome to see.
Yeah, really good battle, but that has lost them some time to the car behind. And if they had just worked together a bit better, they could have tried to pull out of NVA's DRS. But now NVA is right up there. NVA should be taking advantage of this fight, saving his battery and waiting for the right moment to bounce.
Yeah, definitely. As NV goes a little bit wide into that corner, not going to get a really good run here, but Mr. Baby definitely going to be trying to stay into Beeman's DRS, hoping to definitely help his strategy of saving as much battery as possible for the later end of this race.
Yeah, I think Beamer is gonna have to work a lot harder in the later part of the stint and the race because of his battery usage right now.
Yeah, and we
Mr.
have,
Baby almost having twice the battery that he has.
yeah, and Hokage really has spun, so unfortunately for the Aston driver, he has gone around. And
Oh, Ethan Patel also around.
oh no, I didn't see this
Car is-
coming. Yeah, Ethan Patel sadly has spun around. Unfortunate from him, he was doing so well early in qualifying, and we were expecting a lot from him as Hokage really goes on the inside of Rage. Spinning out as
Ooh.
well. He got that on camera.
Okay, yeah,
Hokage.
that was a nice spin.
Yeah, it was a really cinematic spin, if I do say so
Yeah.
myself. Very smooth, nice, good for the camera spin.
Yep.
But yeah, your top 4 seems to have broken away. Top 4 being Beamer, Mr. Baby, Kamari, and NV. So currently Mercedes on top constructors wise, and yeah, I mean BMF definitely bringing up McLaren there. I mean Sid must
Yeah,
be
we
so
seem
happy
to have
right now.
missed. we seem to have missed an overtake of BMF on Duncan 45, but I'm sure it happened this lap at the main straight because BMF has drained a lot of his battery and he currently has the fastest first sector of the race.
Yeah, definitely. So BMF definitely, again, using his battery to catch up to these guys ahead as we have another yellow flag of Ben, I believe, in the back having a little spin.
Yeah.
So as we can tell, some of these drivers not too well prepared for the Bahrain second. It's very rough tarmac and very unforgiving, undulating track surface.
Yeah, let's talk about someone who we didn't talk about much during qualifying at all. Aero. He got disqualified, sent back to P20, and now he's all the way up to P11, and it's just 6 laps into the race.
Yeah, and I mean,
As BMF does the fastest lap.
So 83 is really good for the Hots. Yes, that
Yeah.
may be with DRS and ERS, but I mean, some people can do that those kinds of laps without those things, but to do that with ERS and DRS is still really good. So impressive lap from BMF and impressive work from Aero. I mean, he's the one who's gained the most positions so far. He's up 9 positions, made his way to P11. So I'm hoping, no commentator's case, but I'm hoping Aero can make a bit more of this and show why he is a strong pick.
Yeah, Aero should just definitely stay behind the McLaren though, because McLaren definitely needs the points, and I'm the McLaren TP, so there's no bias here. And
Absolutely none.
but Logan putting on some pressure on Aaron Green. Aaron Green seems to be taking it well.
Yeah, but we're getting some
Logan
nice,
is
we're getting some nice, beautiful helicopter camera shots. I don't know if you're looking at the stream right now, Sid, but Jesus, was that perfect.
no, I'm just riding on board with all the drivers who seem to be making overtakes. Don't want to miss out on those.
Yep. As we have Logan pressuring Aaron Green, as you said, maybe he can make some work happen. As Aaron Green made a little mistake, giving Logan a little bit more leeway to set up an overtake here.
I think the top four, they're really close right now. I think there's going to be some moves happening into turn one here. Let's ride on board.
Awesome.
Kamari Mac all the way onto the back of NVA. But everyone has DRS, so it's a DRS train, but they're still really close, separated by less than half a second to each other.
Yeah, and again, this is like.
Ooh, Kamari Mac got a great exit onto NVA side by side, going on the inside, and just backs out of it. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe no. Yeah, thinks better of it. Doesn't go for it all the way. Do you think he could have been a bit more aggressive there?
He broke a little bit early, maybe breaking some difference between Envy and him. But Envy did close off the corner really aggressively. Not in a bad way. You know, he is owning his space, but Envy definitely breaking a bit later and closing off the corner a lot earlier. So I think Kamari did the right thing here and backed off, kept it safe, kept it clean, as we have another Williams driver off. I believe that is Puerto.
Yeah, Kamari Mac also seemed to have used some battery to be able to close up the gap and try to make the move, but maybe he should have committed right then and there, because NVA seems to have a lot more battery than he does.
Yeah, definitely. As the bottom field doesn't seem to have anything interesting though, as Logan did overtake Aaron Green. We'll be seeing if Arrow, also known as Zero Lahandre, can do the same.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Lahandre.
Okay.
Lahandre.
Lahandre.
Come on, bring out some of that strong Hindi accent.
Indian French?
Hindi accent, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I actually had French as a subject for 8th grade,
Really?
but I was so bad at it that I had to drop it.
Dude, I want to hear an Indian person speak French. I can.
No, I honestly, that's like 8 years ago now. I don't even remember. I just remember the basic bonjour, stuff like that.
Dude, I need to hear me like a hard Indian accent, like, you know, person speak French. I need to hear that. Like, and like they're speaking it properly. Ooh, Kamari Mac having a little bit of issues. Let's hop off on board with him so we stop cursing him. Let's hop on with Beamer right now. He seems to be really comfortable. I mean, I haven't seen any small spins. I haven't seen any issues from him. He seems to be extremely comfortable and in his environment.
Yeah, and he hasn't used up any more of his battery either. He has maintained it and actually gained it a bit. So he's comfortable leading the race without using the battery to defend, even with cars behind having DRS. So maybe it's a setup thing. Maybe low downforce is the way to go.
I wouldn't say that too much because low downforce does sabotage some of your qualifying pace. So definitely qualifying in front is an important thing, but at the same time, you can definitely tell because we've got a really good start. He is now capitalized with this setup and is now easily leading the race. I mean, he shouldn't have any problems here if he manages his battery correctly and keeps Mr. Baby at bay. But yeah, as you can see, the top four is still in a little DRS train. BMF is trying to catch up to them. He's struggling right now to try to make a sizable difference between himself and Ferrari. As
he just doesn't have the battery to be able to catch up and stay in the DRS right now. He's at really lower percentage of battery, less than 10%.
Yeah, as the Critics has spin again, pushing himself down to P20. Unfortunate for the driver.
Not a great start to the season for the Alfa Romeo team, but I'm sure there's still time to make up for it. There's 20 laps to go. There could be a safety car, there could be anything, so never give up and never just quit the race. We don't like to see that.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing is this, I think Alfa Romeo was on the up last season, I believe. Also had pick 5, pick 4, pick 5, pick 5 picks, you know, like they had pick 5, pick 15. So I'm surprised to see they having such weak picks compared to the likes of you, Sid, who has actually low picks.
Yeah.
So it's
Then
definitely
maybe it could be a one-off thing. It's not. It's the season isn't ending here, so
yeah. But I'm just
you never know.
giving a little now, just building up to the fact that showing that sometimes a little bit of research into drivers can go a long way.
For sure. My keeper pick was brilliant. I think
And was that
P5 right
BMF?
now.
Oh yeah,
BMF.
definitely.
He was the D1 driver last season, and I kept him in D3. So imagine that.
Yeah, you
That's a
definitely.
steal.
Yeah, definitely. BMF seems to be at home at D3 as well, which is nice. We like to see that
Oh,
drive.
and
Duncan?
I think he has caught up to. Yeah, he has caught up to the top 4. BMF making some moves.
Yeah, and Kaz just having a bit of difficulty, having a little spin, I believe. But we have some big trains right now. I mean, you can even see it on the track map down below as I divide your attention to that. We have actually three huge trains right now. We have the top 5, I believe.
Yep, top 5, top 6. Joel is almost there.
And top 7 almost if Joel makes it. So.
Yeah, Duncan is there as well.
Yeah, and just like I mentioned earlier, this seems to be a really good top 7 fight going on for a win. So that's really nice to see. We have our midfield led by Logan. Followed by Fritz.
Really nice to see.
Very nice to see. Led by Logan, followed by Fritz, Arrow, Iron Green, and you have your bottom few who've had mistakes, haven't gotten the chance to really show their pace yet, but hopefully we'll see more of them. We have Rage, followed by Kahidinus, followed by Hokage, Ben, Babuto, and then we have Kushi and the Alpha Romeos, who have sadly had too many incidents to be a part of the racing.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Kushi a bit higher as well. I'm not entirely sure what happened with him, but he also has some good potential. Anyway, looking back up to the front, Mr. Baby still right up on the gearbox of Beamer and G. Kamari Mac behind NVA and BMF slowly catching up. Still needs to save up some battery for later in the race, but he has done a good job so far. He has done more than a good job, he has done a great job. Ooh, as Kamari Mac gets really close to NVA. NVA seems to be struggling a bit on the exit of corners.
Yeah, definitely. We'll hopefully be seeing him not struggle as I'm trying to fix my volume right now.
Yeah. NVA just seems to have strong top speed. That's what's saved him from being overtaken so far. Maybe Kamari Mac just needs to be aggressive and dive down the inside. Of course, in a safe manner, but just be aggressive.
Yeah, definitely in a safe manner. We hope that for sure. Yeah. As I am trying to fix, trying to fix my mic. Hello?
Yeah. Your mic seems fine to me.
Yeah, some people are saying it's a little quiet, so I'm just trying to match your tempo of
Okay, you saying that was louder. So maybe you should use the mic closer to your face.
Yeah, like this?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's keep it this then. Anything interesting happened so far, Sid? I don't think so.
Well, the whole race is interesting. Let's not demotivate our drivers like that.
No. Like anything interesting happened while we were doing that. Oh, Fitz overtook. He's currently overtaking Logan. They're going side to side, wheel banging.
But that is definitely interesting.
Definitely, Fitz and Logan side by side.
Logan on the inside. Logan hanging it around the outside. Wow.
Ooh,
still side by side. Who's gonna give up first? Still side by side, and
that is some
bit
clean racing.
No. Fitz. So Fitz maybe a bit too aggressive.
I think he broke too late and he had to commit to it. I don't think that's obviously it's Kushi's fault, but okay, he goes off track. Yeah.
How is it Kushi's fault?
I think he made a little bit of a mistake. He misjudged his braking and he had to kind of like dive down the inside, or else he would have smashed.
No. That's Fitz Stickwell. I thought you said Kushi, so I thought.
Oh, yeah. Kushi, my bad. Yeah, it was Fitz.
Like, Kushi is just cruising around in P18. How is it Kushi's fault?
Yeah, but a little misjudgment of braking.
Aero takes advantage of all that and takes a position on pit stick well, and now he might try to make a move on Logan
Yeah,
up
so
top on the.
yeah, and I mean Arrow, impressive.
Ooh, with some action at the front, Beamer NG lost the lead and is now P4. I'm not sure what happened there.
Maybe a little spin from the house driver.
Just a moment maybe of stability, enough to lose in 3 positions.
Yeah, very unfortunate. People looked very comfortable in the front. Sad to see him fall back and have a mistake, but maybe BMF can take advantage of a shaken Beamer. Sid will definitely be happy about that. Definitely who's even happy is Mr. Baby, who couldn't really get past Beamer, but now seems to have all the fresh air in front of him. So he'll definitely be extremely excited to get to the pit stops as quick as possible.
As the McLaren TP, who is like P9 in the constructors compared to Haas and P10, they are definitely our competitors. So I would be happy to see BMF go ahead of Beamer NG, but Beamer does seem to have a lot of pace and he seems to be able to catching up to the cars in front easily.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, as well as I mean, we talked about this in qualifying, and we talked about how impressive it would have been to go from last to anywhere above P10. But Aero just seems to be impressing us right now, especially me, in that fact, to have been P9 and in the fight for P8 right now is Zira Lahandre, also known as Aero. So he's definitely proving his pace right now. Currently, he is did a lap that was about a second slower than the fastest, but still, he still seems to be pushing through the midfield and making his way up there.
Yeah, he seems to have the pace, but he did not have the starting position to bank on that. But who knows, a safety car can change everything. He can get right back into the battle for the top positions. A safety car right now would be, right, this is the start of the pit stop window, isn't it?
Yeah.
People start thinking about boxing now.
I think no one started on the mediums.
Now. Yeah, I don't think anyone started on the mediums. There were some incidents at the start, so a couple of drivers had to come in and maybe move on to the mediums. Because I think we have someone on the mediums. Yeah, Leocritus.
Yeah, definitely.
So the top 7 are now all within the DRS of each other. The train has finally come together.
For sure.
BMF, Joel Guron, Danke Danny racing quite well. Joel, I think Joel has done well to move up to P6. He started P11, I think it was. And yeah, let's see if NVA thinks about a move. He is using some of his battery. Ooh, Beamer going down the inside of Kamari Mac, side by side in turn 1. Let's see who gets better traction. Side by side. Kamari Mac might have gotten just a bit better traction there. Beamer using a lot of his battery going down the inside into turn 4. Kamari Mac hanging it out around the outside, still side by side. This is great action. Wow, still side by side. And Beamer concedes this.
Incredible racing. Incredible.
Yeah, really good racing.
Little love tap there from Beamer, just letting you know he's there.
Yeah. These guys seem to be using some battery now as they're about to head into the pit window of this race. The top 2 though, sitting comfortably around 50% battery.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we overlooked NVA at the start because he wasn't using some battery. He wasn't using battery and being aggressive. Oh, Mr. Baby, 3-second time penalty. That's huge for the race.
Oh no. Well, let's hope that's a double warning, and then he can still be, you know, in this race for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no way to know for sure. But as of now, we'll just consider it as a 3-second penalty.
Yes, Kamari, Mac, and BeamNG dive into the pits. So does Duncan, and I think so do a lot of other people, as it's normally a reactionary thing for everyone else to pit as soon as somebody pits in front of them. So see if anyone else follows suit. Nope, none of the other drivers seem to be coming out or doing anything, but Haas crew putting in those tires nice and smoothly. Yeah, and Kamari making himself ahead of Bima under the pit stops. Also Duncan following them right close behind. So they're going to be trying to perform an undercut, but the problem is that they're currently in traffic. They're currently in traffic sit. So they're going to have a lot of work to do. And this is not going to help Bima's cause because Kaginus just now overtook him. So now Bima has to do extra work on top of warming up his tires. He has to now get ahead of somebody on the hard tires. So this undercut has not worked for the Haas driver of Bima entry.
And Kamari Mac now gets to pull away while Kaginus kind of holds up Bima unless he lets him by, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Kaginus is definitely going to fight really hard here to hold this position. I don't think this definitely benefits the drivers who haven't put it yet in the top three, and it definitely 100% benefits Kamari Mac, who is now going to have relatively cleanish air to make his way up to undercutting Mr. Baby and NBA, who should be pitting now, as I see Mr. Baby hopping in.
All the top three are coming in now.
Yeah, so let's hop on with Mr. Baby, and let's see where they end up, right?
Yep. Let's see where Kamari Mac ends up.
Definitely. Let's head to some broadcast view, and let's see how nice this looks as Aero gets a 3-second time penalty, very unfortunate from the driver who's doing so well.
At the halfway mark of the race, and people are starting to pick up penalties now, getting a bit loose with the track limits. Kamari Mac coming up on NVA with warm tires, so this is going to be kind of easy for him. Ooh, NVA is still struggling a lot.
Ooh, doesn't move off the racing line in time though.
Yeah, he didn't need to move off. Maybe Kamari Mac should have chosen a better line. Kamari Mac, I feel like he should be a lot more aggressive in this, especially with the grip difference.
Yeah, he still makes the move though.
I think he makes the move, yeah.
So Bima's
Kamari Mac needs to be a bit more assertive, I think, with his racing.
Yeah, he seems to be
just some advice from my part.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit too laid back, but Bima definitely isn't, as he's trying to sneak his nose down the outside, maybe pulling Alonso.
Yeah, that's... NVA seem to be aware of that. Plays his car perfectly.
He's watched the Bahrain race.
Yeah, I think all of us have. Oh, we were trying to pull another Alonso like he did on Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, Bima definitely getting very impatient. He knows he lost time. He knows he needs to make up ground. He can't waste any time behind anybody because Mr. Baby and Kamari Mac will be walking away. Go ahead.
Especially with NVA's colder tires, which will be warming up right as we speak. And I think they are up to temperature right now, so it's going to be tough to pass him now.
Yeah, definitely. I think Bima does still have the aero advantage, so he should be able to get past him with full battery usage. So aero, not really on the battery that much, probably light touches of it right now. Gonna brake later.
Well, going down the inside. Wow.
It's very close and uncomfortable, but he still holds it. NVA's gonna get a worse runoff here. Bima's not gonna get a good exit.
Yeah, but he has no battery. Bima is out of battery, unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and a weird thing here, Technic Speedy,
what's going on in front?
Technic Speedy is
still
really
just holding everyone up.
Yeah, Technic Speedy holding everyone up. Very very weird. He should have. Okay, that's weird. Technic Speedy seems to be doing his own thing and causing a little bit of chaos because he just pushed NVA and Bima into each other. Yeah.
And he just moved off the racing line. Is now letting everyone by for some reason. Before he was letting no one by.
Yeah, that's definitely something that some team principals should look at. Weird. Anyways, back to the racing that was just disturbed. NVA sadly dropped back a lot of time because of that. So hopefully NVA can make back some of that time and keep in this fight because we don't want to see an easy 1-2 for these Mercedes boys. We want to see some action here, you know? We want this win to be fought for. So hopefully NVA and Bima can work together here. I mean, it's best for them to work together here and make their way up into that podium spot. I mean, NBA is in that podium spot already, but you don't really want to get greedy here. There's a lot more on the table in front of you. So the best thing is that, hey, I have 10 more laps left. Let me work with this guy behind me, and let's try to go for even more. Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah, and especially with Mr. Baby's 3-second time penalty, I think the Mercedes team can do some sneaky tactics to maybe hold up the
Oh.
drivers behind and let Mr. Baby run off into the distance so he can, you know, the penalty doesn't affect him.
Yeah, Beam is getting extremely impatient right now as he taps the back of NVA, giving him a little nudge, slight little drift. NVA does. Beam needs to realize that that NVA doesn't really want to give up this position, so he should save battery in this case and wait till they make their way up to Kamari Mack, who is fighting for the win right now. So I think the best thing the Mercedes can do right now, I think whoever the engineer is get that 3-second penalty guy behind Kamari and get him working for the team.
Or get Kamari to hold up the others while Mr. Baby gets to make up that gap. Either way, Mercedes in an advantageous position right now in 1-2.
Yeah, definitely. This is a big advantage. I don't think Mr. Baby really has the pace to gap. This whole field looks really tight, so I don't see him like making his way away from everyone, but I definitely see Kamari trying to maybe hold back everybody from making their way up to Mr. Baby as NVA runs out of battery.
Yeah, and NVA and Beamer really low on battery. Kamari also pretty low. Basically everyone is running low on battery. This gives me hope for BMF. BMF could surprise us all and come up with a podium position maybe.
Yes.
Ooh, Beamer going side by side with NVA. Once again.
Yeah, Beamer's touching that car, dude.
Beamer's outfit race. Beamer doesn't want to hold back. We like to see some fun racing, and that is definitely a great move. I watched that on board from the McLaren behind, and it was really nice to see.
Yeah, Beamer definitely thinks he's this fast driver and he wants to be in front, leading the charge to Kamari. Or either that, he's trying to cement his P2 early and make sure he gets to keep it.
Yeah, either way, really good action. D3. Ooh, BMF going a bit deep.
As
Ooh, we have the DNF.
Oh, he just retired. Yeah, so he's blocking Ben. Hopefully that does not cause a safety car, because retiring on track is not very... Oh no.
Not very in spirit of the rules of CRL.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Anyways, besides that, we're on lap 20, 29. 9 more laps to go. It's 10:30 right now. I think we're on good time. We're on good time. I think we're on very good time with this race and this whole session.
It's 10:30?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry, 9:30 EST.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering, I should be in D2 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Who said someone just said the fastest lap of the race? I think it was a Mercedes of Kamari Mack.
You're correct, with a 31.436, 2,000ths faster than his teammate ahead.
Yeah, and they seem to have pulled out of the DRS because of all the fighting that Beamer and NVA did. So maybe it is possible to get a Mercedes 1-2 if they can keep this up. So the gap from Mr. Baby to Beamer is over 3 seconds at this moment. So it will be a Mercedes 1-2 if it stands the way it is right now.
Yeah, and I mean, incredible from these Mercedes guys. I mean, they're impressive through qualifying. Not in the sense of pure pace, but definitely consistency. So it's nice to see that consistency paying off. I mean, maybe some things happened between NVA and Beamer with another driver that kind of made that gap a little bit bigger than it should have been. But definitely, I can tell you the Mercedes team is smiling right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
As I think BMF had a moment there as Joel Gurel passes him.
Yeah, this will be the second 1-2 for Mercedes since I believe D3, same division actually. If this does finish this way, there'll be another 1-2 for Mercedes, and their next, their last 1-2. My bad, my brain was just doing a bunch of things. Was D3 France, I believe, where Dan won the race and Seb came second, I believe.
Yeah, if it stays this way, it's going to be a really, really nice result for Mercedes. Maximum points.
Yeah, Carl is going to be happy. And also a good race for McLaren. I mean, I bet you're a happy guy, Sid, seeing your guys up there both in top 10.
I really am, but unfortunately BMF has had an incident a lap ago where Joel Gurel managed to pass him. But I think he can get him back. He has the pace. BMF looking really strong today. He also has fresher tires by 2 laps compared to Joel, so it should be easy at the end of the race if he can just stay in the DRS.
Definitely. Yeah, and I mean, what else? We have Bima splitting the Mercedes and the Red Bulls. So I say it's a good race for Bima. Very strong race. I respect the aggressiveness of his driving. Definitely asserting himself to get his positions and get his car out there. Very impressive from the Haas driver. NBA sadly had some unlucky runnings with some drivers. Kind of deserved a little bit more. Maybe deserved even a podium if he does make it to one. But yeah, he just went wide there, losing DRS, so his chances of getting a podium have gone to 0 now. So it looks like it's going to be a 1-3 for the Mercedes guys, and Bima will be second place if the score stays the same. If.
I think this is currently Mercedes 1-2. The gap from Beamer and Mr. Baby is more than 3 seconds, isn't it? Or am I?
It's almost 3 seconds, but that's if it stays there. You know, I'm just saying, like, it could happen.
Yeah, it's like 2.9. It's on the edge. Anything can happen.
It's going like from 2.7 to 2.9 to 3 seconds. Like it's hopping between there, but Beamer needs to be on full push mode to make sure that these Mercedes don't haul too many points away from this first race.
Yeah, and the Mercedes need to be on the push as well. They need to be pushing really hard, trying to build up that gap. I'm sure they have a great engineer at their disposal, Cody Lawrence, telling them what to do.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Cody's telling them to relax right now, be cool, just manage the gap. If anything, you still get a ton of points, and one of your drivers still
You want a
is going to
1-3
win.
is really good result. Yeah.
Yeah. So at any case, it's probably Cody's probably just wanting his drivers to keep it on track and keep it clean, because at the end of the day, a spin that loses you 15 points versus a safe drive that gets you like, you know, loses you like 3,
yeah.
like 3 or 4, like, you know, you don't want to
That's
get too greedy.
insignificant compared to losing a lot more than that. So
Yeah, you don't want to get
that's
too
a
greedy.
smart way to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to get too greedy. As is the yellow flag, as I think that is Roberto. No, that's Ben.
And it's Ben.
Ben's
Ben is not having a good race, along with Kushi, Gibbs, and Leo Kravis.
Yeah. It's nice to see one of the Ferraris up there, though. Duncan definitely holding his ground. Had a couple spins, actually, but still finds his way into the top 7, which is very impressive from him. Also, Logan making his way up to P8. Very impressive from the our two only Xbox drivers. Never mind, we have another one, Leo.
We seem to have missed something, but Lahambre has dropped down to P15 when a few laps ago he was right up there with Fitz and Logan up there in P9, P8. So I'm not sure what happened to Lahambre. He is now P15.
Yeah, probably a very unfortunate spin. You know, things happen. He was doing a really good recovery race. Sad to see him lose out on it. Still my driver of the day for what he did early in the race. But I think my driver of the day will have to go to Bima for having such a solid drive. I mean, and being so aggressive. Like, I love to see aggression when it's just enough to be on the edge of being like, hey, that's too much. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Calculated aggression is what I'd like to call it, and it was really good to see. So BMF now has caught up to the back of Joel Buron. Now I wonder if there's going to be some Red Bull team play here, where NBA slows down a little and lets Joel get into his DRS so he can defend from BMF.
Yeah, it seems like
that should be interesting to watch.
It seems like the Mercedes have swapped positions. Kamari Mack has taken the lead and probably going to try to carry Mr. Baby away from NBA with the help of some DRS. So the Mercedes are working together. They're not going to get away from Bima, but they are going to try to stay away from NBA so that they can all both be on the podium.
Yeah, smart move from them. As we have BMF rapidly catching Joel Guron, 2 legends of this league. Even though we have someone named Lahandre, these are the real legends. Not saying that Aero isn't, but these are some real legends here.
So definitely amazing drives and interesting strategies going on. Bima making his way real close to the back of Mr. Baby. So Bima's going to have to think about something here. Is he going to be extremely aggressive? Is he going to try to get past Mr. Baby and try to make his way to P1? Does he think he has the pace? Or is he going to play the smart game and try to gap the cars behind, just securing his P2? What would you do in this situation?
I mean, he can see both the cars in front of him are flashing. That means they're under 10% while he is on 30%. So that should give him a lot of confidence.
Oh,
And
as he...
yeah, he's just maximizing his points. He also has the fastest lap now. He definitely needs to start pushing hard, and maybe he can actually win this race.
Yeah, I mean, he's currently like catching, and I mean like catching with a big C, Mr. Baby ahead of him. I think BMF and Envy just are fighting. Yeah, BMF and Envy are currently banging wheel to wheel.
Yeah, that's Joel Goran.
Oh, Joe Goran, my bad. Both Donkey Donnies going at it. Ooh, some nice close racing from these two. Love to see what they can do. It's good to see that Joel and Envy have recovered their races, and also seeing BMF kind of testing the Red Bulls and getting up there and pushing the limits.
Yeah, BMF really solid drive. I was not expecting that. I'm going to be honest here. I was not expecting that from him, but this is really nice to see. It warms my heart.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Ooh, wow.
And that sadly does not warm my heart. Definitely.
I think the timing on that. Wow.
Yeah. Jesus.
It's like I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Were you listening to this, Frank? You do this on purpose.
Okay, well, we have a first physical
yeah.
DNF of the race. That's gonna bring out the double wave
Ooh.
yellows and a
Oh,
safety
it's a
car.
Safety car. It's a safety. Wow.
Oh,
This game
no.
is
Everyone's hopping into the pits, which I wouldn't suggest because you'll only have. I think Beamer's gonna win this race now.
You were staying out.
I think that's the call. I 100%.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if everyone else behind him is on fresh tires and NVA also stayed out, so yeah, it could be the right call now.
No,
Kamari Mack is going to be on fresh softs.
No, this
Both the
is-
Mercedes are going to be on fresh softs.
This is not the call. I don't think so. I can tell you one thing though. BMF has made this race 10 times more interesting and has probably hit the Mercedes' chances of getting good points.
Yeah. I think the strategy team has hurt the chances of getting good points though. Because
I'm letting you know right now, the safety car is going to go out immediately. Like there's
it's going to go in.
no, yeah, because there's not enough time to do another lap. It needs 2
Yeah.
laps minimum racing, so the safety car is going to be in this lap. So whoever's behind the safety car needs to get on it, and I mean get on it. I mean this helps Ferrari, like Duncan. It helps Cagenis, you know, helps these drivers who have not been in good spots. But this race has been shaken up. Mr. Baby's now out of contention for a podium, and the top 3 who were in contention for a podium are now going to be having to be fighting for it for the next 2 laps. So we're going to have a 2-lap shootout here at Bahrain under the lights. So I mean, I'm ready to see what happens, Sid. You know?
I am as well. Kamari Mack is right up there on the fresh softs now, behind NVA and Beamer. So this is really good. This is really good battling.
Yeah, he needs to get these tires warmed up.
Mr. Baby lost out on the pits because they had to double stack, and Joel Duran is now ahead of them. Yep, safety car.
He needs to be warming up these soft tires right now because you only have 2 laps. You only have 2 laps of racing. This is for everything. This is for the win. Kamari Mack with the tire advantage. NV, Bima with the experience advantage. I mean, we've seen these guys race for a couple seasons now. Can they do their best? Can they pull from the experience from, months of racing in this league to defend against a charging Kamari Mack on soft tires? We will see as Bima slowly makes his way into a spin, and NV goes off. Unfortunate from the Haas driver. Sadly, this will be a fight. Oh, he did a Bima, a BMF, sorry.
He recovered.
Yeah, so Kamari Mack on the soft tires. This should be an easy execution on NVA.
Will Duran dives down the inside of Mr. Baby, moves up to P4. Is he going to fight for the podium? I think he is.
Definitely. Dude, this race has swung into the favor of Red Bull so quickly. As he gets a good dive.
Another move. Wow.
Kamari Mack with the tire advantage here. He should be able to fight As he gets pushed wide. Kamari Mack just needs to keep the inside here. He has the tire
Yeah,
advantage.
he and ooh,
Being very
this
aggressive there.
is this is really good battling. I'm lost for words. This is really good to watch.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of...
Mercedes and Red Bull going at it. We love that.
Yeah, I mean, this...
Mr. Baby might even overtake NVA, but the 3-second penalty is gonna hurt Mercedes a lot. It's gonna sting.
Yeah, it's definitely going to sting, but it's going to feel like honey for the Red Bull team, who is currently going to have 2 drivers on the podium if they can keep within 3 seconds to Mr. Baby. So this driving order has now boosted Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, it has. And Mercedes is gonna be in a lot more pain because the field has now bunched up, which is gonna mean that the 3-second penalty affects them a bit more. They potentially will lose even more spots to the cars behind.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Baby's going to has to try to make his way ahead of NBA to make as much ground as possible to the cars behind us. We have some double wave yellows. I think that is a Alfa Romeo. Yes, it is. Another Alfa Romeo has gone around. Duncan 4-5. I think one of the biggest gainers from this. Someone who was 10 seconds behind and who is now going to be getting a P4 from Mr. Baby's time penalty. So definitely a big win for him. I mean, Roberto. I mean, where was he this whole race? He hasn't pitted.
Yeah, he was running laps, I think in P15, and now he's all the way up to P7.
And look at Aaron Green. He's come out of nowhere. He's P6 now. Dude, what is happening? This whole grid is swapped.
Has just checked up the whole race. It has changed the entire race. We are now on the final lap. Roberto is trying to make a move on Aaron Green, but chooses to stay behind for now.
Yeah, and I mean, what a final lap so far, guys. Roberto is currently hunting down Aaron Green. Not close enough yet.
Look at Mr. Baby. Look at Mr. Baby. He's tapping the back of NVA. He's getting impatient.
He needs to make up this time right now. Duncan 45 is 2.5 seconds behind him. He needs to make this. Joel does a really good job of closing him off.
As Kamari Max crosses the line, and Mr. Baby has managed to pass NVA track, but with the penalties, Mr. Baby drops down.
Oh, what happened to Joel?
P4.
Joel
Joel had a penalty, I think.
Oh, 5 seconds?
He may have. I did not see it before.
You gotta check race control. What happened?
He's dropping even more.
That has to be a mistake. I'm pretty sure it's
yeah, that has to be a glitch. I'm pretty sure that's a glitch.
Okay, so
but Joel Guron should be P3.
Yeah. Your top 5 should be Kamari Mack, NVA, Joel Guron, Duncan, and Mr. Baby. It should not be Joel Guron this far down, unless something happened at the end of the race that I did not see.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a glitch. He's continuing to fall down even more. He can't have that many penalties.
Yeah, definitely not.
So yeah, we have 2 Red Bulls on the podium. Mercedes on the top step though. What a great race to start off the season.
Yeah, I
would have to. Yeah, I agree with that.
for the first half, yes, I agree with it. For the first half, it was quite incredible seeing what he did and what he was up to. But later on, he kind of disappointed heavily. Seeing
There are
yeah,
really good contenders for draft of the day, including Beamer, BMF, but basically all of them made mistakes. While this man, P1, he did not make any mistakes today. What a drive!
yeah, what a drive from these guys, and what an incredible race we just had. And Kamari Mack, surprising. I mean, I thought this was going to be all down to Mr. Baby, but Kamari Mack coming in and saving Mercedes from dropping too far down. Red Bull definitely feeling. I don't know why Joe's not up here, but Red Bull must feel ecstatic. I need a confirmation to make sure that something didn't happen to Joel and that he didn't lose out those positions. So I'd love to see that confirmation come up soon, and hopefully very soon, because we're gonna have to bring in people, and I don't want to bring in the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think anything happened because I was watching on board with, I think it was Mr. Baby, and Joel was right behind him. So I don't think anything is just gonna happen randomly. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Kamari Mac definitely our winner here. No, there's no debating that. We'll try to get him on into the waiting room. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we do
Bring.
have three drivers in the waiting room. Yep, Joel Goron is in there. Let's
Uh,
get him in.
is it confirmed that he is P3?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Uh,
I don't think he would be here if
let's
he
bring in.
if it
Let's bring
wasn't
in. Let's bring in
confirmed.
first place and go down, and I'll work this out.
Okay.
So Kamari Mac, let's bring him in. Hey Kamari.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
Oh my foot was shaking on the pedal the entire last lap, guys. You don't understand.
Oh my
Yeah, man,
god.
I know that feeling. Is this your first league, or
It's,
do you have some experience with league racing?
I do. I've been at it since 2020, so this is
Okay.
definitely not my first rodeo.
Okay, yeah. You're an experienced driver then. That was a really good drive from you. No penalties, kept it clean, no incidents, and yeah, you deserve the win today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely I agree too. I mean, walk us through this race. How was this feeling coming along? Because like things are going up, down, left, right. I couldn't even keep up.
I mean, starting on the grid, I don't even remember what my grid position was at the time. I think it was third or
I think you were sixth.
sixth.
You
Yeah, I
started
was
sixth.
sixth.
Yeah.
Made up two positions at the start. I was sitting P4 for a while. I spent a lot of the race chasing behind NVA. Looking at his diffuser. That wasn't the funnest, but kept it out of the wall, kept it from spinning, and that safety car was shocking to say the least because I wasn't expecting. I really feel bad for the Haas driver. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, Bimanji kind of spiked the throttle at the beginning. A little bit of cold medium tires. Unfortunate to see from him. He was having such a good race.
Yeah. So when your teammate got the 3 second penalty, were you orchestrating something like, were you planning to hold up the rest of the field while he could run off and create a gap or something like that? What was the
Uh,
communication between you two?
yeah, so we were trying to just stay away from them and keep the gap as away from possible. I got it a DRS from the Haas driver, and that was it.
Yeah, before that safety car came out, you guys were looking really comfortable, and I think it would have been a 1-2 if not for the safety car. But oh well,
Definitely.
that yeah, that action at the end was worth it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so looking forward to seeing you here next season. I think you're going to be interviewing with us a lot more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
yeah,
Congratulations and enjoy the win. Have a good night.
Yep.
Thank you. You too.
same here. Take care.
You too.
Okay, let's bring in NVA, your second place driver.
Give you DRS.
Hello.
Hello.
Luke, I think you're muted. But yeah, NVA, really good race from you, man. Your car looked like it had the best top speed out of all of them. Is that
Yeah,
some
I
Red Bull
mean,
secret?
we were playing a lot with the setup today, so
Yeah,
I
and
think
it
came
seemed
up
to be
with
working really well.
yeah, I think it worked pretty well.
At the end there of the final lap, you got passed on track by the Mercedes, but it did not matter in the end. So, were you just having fun, or did you really
Um,
think that the penalty could get removed or something like that?
no, I'm pretty confident. I mean, the game is pretty good with track limits, especially because I was behind him when he got most of them. So I think that penalty will stay, and it was just
Okay.
you know, they were on fresh softs, I was on used mediums, so
Yeah,
cut
considering
me
all
some
that,
space.
you did a really great job today.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I mean,
it could have been more, but that safety car at the end, it was, yeah, it threw us wrench in the whole thing.
yeah, really weird point to get a safety car, and especially with Beamer and on spinning, it definitely made it a very interesting end.
Yep. All right then. I think we're gonna see you as well on the podium a lot more in the coming races. Great start to the season for Red Bull. Two cars on the podium, and you guys should celebrate today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for streaming. Appreciate it.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.
Let's get in our P3 driver now. Joel, go on. Hello. How are you, man? How are
Good.
you feeling right now?
I'm chilling. Pretty
Were
happy
you
with the
expecting
result.
a podium?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so you must be a bit excited than that. Your voice sounds like you're just chilling, you just woke up.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I just had a bad quali. My race pace is way more better than quali pace.
Yeah, you seem to be doing really good in the race. No mistakes, no major mistakes that I could see.
I had one
You,
mistake, I think, on like lap 28. I almost lost and caught it.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you capitalize on mistakes of other drivers. I think
Yeah.
Frank had a moment
Yeah.
in turn 10 and you
Yeah,
managed to
Frank
pass
went
him
out
and
behind
stayed
me.
in front. Yep.
And then
And
I
of
think
course, that big
Duncan
crash.
went out behind me too. So
Yeah. So, solid job from you. And anything you'd like to say to the stream?
no,
Oh,
Luke, why are you
damn.
All
shy?
right.
Sorry?
Why are you shy? You're not talking.
No, no, I had
I
to do
miss you,
something.
bro.
I miss you too, man. Congrats on the podium, dude. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Like, it's nice to see
You
you.
were just You're just shy because Joel, you're in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joel,
Well,
you make
I could
me.
have been on Ferrari if Peter didn't mess
Yeah,
up.
yeah, true. It is what it is, dude. Still, huge congrats on your win, dude. It's well, not win, your podium, and it's nice to see
Yeah,
you back
podium.
up here, on the top step, up here getting interviews. I hope we can interview you more in the future.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Luke, I like the way you're thinking. You're manifesting Joel's next win.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. The win in Singapore. Can't wait for it.
Yep.
As long as Garrett's not on the track.
I don't think he's gonna be on the track in D3, but hopefully
Yeah,
not.
it's a joke.
Yeah,
He's calling him.
yeah.
He's calling
No,
him.
no.
Real ones know.
Yeah, but you have a great day, Joel. Thanks
You
again
too.
for coming on here to do the interview, and we hope you have a great day. Thank you for racing.
Peace.
See ya.
All right, so that is it for D3, and it's right on time. It's 10 p.m. We're about to go into D2
Yep.
at this very
I'll be
moment.
handing over the stream to somebody else now, and the D2 race shall begun, and I'll be out of here, out of my chair, and Sid will be asleep, lying down in his bed. And hope you guys enjoyed this
No,
D3
I will
race.
not be asleep. I will be racing in D2.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Watch out for Sid. He's
So watch
gonna go
out for
pole.
that. Yeah, watch me pull a Frank and crash out.
Yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, let's look forward to what Sid can do in D2, and let's look forward to what these new commentators can do coming into D2. So we hope you guys take care and be here for the D2 race.